So back in the day, I used to try to cater to people because I have a very strong energy just naturally. I just do. I don't know why that is, but I just do. People's girls be all over me and I'm not even trying. In fact, my life can be in the drain and someone's girl still wants to cheat on them with me because that's how strong my energy is even at my lowest. And so naturally, I would try to filter myself down for other people because I would scare other people just saying honest, just basic things that was on my mind. Like, I love fitness, so I'd talk about food, and my views on food would scare people because it was so advanced out of anything they've ever heard. Women, my views on women would scare people. Like, I'd just try to have normal conversations with people, and I'd freak them out. And so over time, because I was a kid growing up in an abusive household, I learned to filter my views to make the people around me feel comfortable. But the problem with that is it left me with none of myself. I wasn't being true to myself, and I ended up hurting. I have physical health issues now because I wasn't putting the right nutrition in my body, because I was worried of what other people would think about me eating too good. Would make them feel ashamed, or not even that. I was also just worried about my parents, because even though my dad was an engineer, he wanted to spend his money on, he would just lie and say stuff like we're poor, but then he went and married a woman from a different country, gave her an American citizenship, and kicked me out and left me to die on the streets while I had health issues. And so he's poor when it comes to feeding his own children, but when it comes to marrying a whole new woman and letting her son live with him and buying a house and going off and leaving his own son to die, he has enough money for that. And so I didn't want to pressure my engineer dad into, buying his kid enough food. But I was being pressured to go to school, so I had to just shut up and listen to my parents and not express my views or my needs at the time. And now that I have health issues, because I've been trying to fit in, not just with my family, but with other people too, people on the internet, trying to listen to their points of view and trying to learn from them, and then realizing that these people are just so dumb and so naturally far behind my natural intelligence that I was born with, that by trying to filter myself down for them, it destroys me. And the problem is, once you're destroyed because you tried to cater yourself to these people and you need help from them because now you're at a low point, a lot of times they're not coming to help you. A lot of times they're not coming to help you because they were never there for you in the first place, and that's why you had to filter yourself down to make them comfortable. It was never about them listening to you. It was never about them hearing your points of view. It was never about them trying to make you feel safe and them trying to do the inner work to become who they need to be in your presence respectfully. No, it was always about you filtering yourself down to make them feel comfortable in their stupidity, because your natural intelligence, just seeing that made them uncomfortable because they felt like they weren't doing enough, and you were just trying to do the bare minimum. To you, that was just the bare minimum. Eating organic, the bare minimum. You're not trying to offend people by drinking your green juice, but that's how they take it. They're like, oh, you're juicing all those vegetables, huh? You think you're better than us. You think you know everything. And you're like, no, I'm just trying to stay healthy. To me, that's the bare minimum. And so you try to do what makes them comfortable. I went to a school I didn't want to go to make my dad comfortable. I sacrificed the way I was eating a lot of times. And I feel like a lot of it was because my dad would make fun of me for like juicing a lot. I'd be harassed by my own father for even just the way I'd eat. And I tried to dumb myself down just being around him. And once I got health issues from dumbing myself down to make not just my father, but other people in my life comfortable, they weren't there for me to actually heal my health issues. They were like, oh, you got to deal with that on your own. My own dad said he didn't care when I got health issues. And a lot of that was from me dumbing myself down to make him feel comfortable. I would have rather spent more time in nature, but I was in a foreign country trying to go to college to make him happy. And I didn't even understand the classes because they spoke such shitty English. I could have spent more time and money buying better foods and juicing for myself, but I was trying to spend time going to school to make my dad happy. I was trying to spend time learning from other people that didn't really have anything to learn from in the begin with. And when they may have actually had stuff to learn from me, they couldn't humble themselves to admit it. So I would drag down my energy to try to be in the space with them. But when I ended up having issues, they weren't there for me. So you can dumb yourself down for these stupid people, but when you end up suffering the consequences like I did of dumbing yourself down because you're not doing the things you know you need to be doing, when you suffer those consequences, and those people that tried so hard to make them comfortable, you realize they weren't even there for you to begin with, and that's why they were trying to tear you down the whole time. That's when you'll realize who you spend your time with is important. I'll leave it there. Who you spend your time with is important. Because even just talking about these topics get me heated. Because I've been betrayed and backstabbed in ways that most people can't even imagine by the people closest to me. And I put so much effort into making them feel okay, I had nothing left for me. So if there's one piece of advice I can give to you watching this YouTube video, it's give your energy to those who reciprocate it. Because if it's not being reciprocated, that's disrespect. And it doesn't matter what they try to say to you about how much they love you. It's actions speak louder than words. Never forget that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for tuning in. And until next one, I'm out. Love and peace.